Peace, beloveds. Make sure my volume is up. Y'all let me know how, as y'all are filtering in, peace, beloveds, peace, beloveds. As you are filtering in, let me know if you can hear me. Hey, Pooh, happy belated. I need to see your face, Sean. Happy belated. Happy solar return. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Can y'all hear me good? Let me know if y'all can hear me good. I know it's going to be pixelated. It's going to be a little pixelated right now, but good. As it focuses in, hopefully, I might have to switch to my other phone. I hope I don't. It should clear up for you that are new. For you that are new. Ashe. Peace, 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 peace. All right, good. Okay, so I came on here because I've been promising to do this whole Mercury retrograde and how it affects your sign. This Mercury retrograde and how it affects your sign. What is the significance of us having this Mercury retrograde? This year we have 3, which is really interesting to me because from a metaphysical standpoint, you understand that Mercury is connected to who? It is connected to Alekba or Papa Alekba or Eshu, if you are knowing anything about Orishas. And then what is his number? His number is the number 3. So he decided to make, this is a number 3 year on top of that. This is a number 3. I'm going to say that one more time. This is a number 3 year. Papa Alekba number is number 3. And we have 3 Mercury retrogrades this year. So we were experiencing one earlier this year. That's when Instagram and Facebook and everybody had their whole little, we had a social media meltdown. When that social media meltdown went down, that was during Mercury retrograde. This Mercury retrograde is in Leo, which is my sun sign. I don't know why we got to have Mercury retrograde during my sun sign. Let's just take a moment of silence for the Leos. Why in our birthday season, we got to be in Mercury retrograde? That's not right. It's not right. So because of this Mercury retrograde, you want to be very mindful of what is going on. Okay? Be mindful. All right? This Mercury retrograde in particular in the sign of Leo does affect leadership, leaders, i.e. maybe something will happen to our amazing, wonderful president. I'm just saying. Maybe he'll be escorted out of office. Possibly. Shall president. But anyway, things like CEOs, it'll affect like CEOs who might be doing shady business. It'll put people's stuff on Front Street. It will actually be a shift in power during this dynamic. It'll be more of a sense that people are going to be a little agitated and a little more angry. So there'll be almost like things that might happen that will create a rebellion. All right. So be mindful of rebellion. Be mindful of your emotions during this time frame. You are going to be a little more combative. I'm a witness to this because I've been in pop-off mode. I promise. I be trying to. Nah, I do and I don't. I was about to say I be trying to be mindful of my throat chakra, but I need to drink some tea. I need to get I need to get my own throat chakra tea out and make me a tea. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, definitely be mindful of things that are challenging your authority and situations that you are in that will create a challenge of authority. Like maybe things that are making you feel more restricted. Peace, beloved. Peace, everyone that's coming in. Peace. It's going to make you feel more restricted. It's going to make you feel more like you're not able to express your own sense of freedom. Okay, so those dynamics, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be if you are still living with your parents, or if you like whatever the dynamic is, things that make you feel restricted in what you do. This is going to be the time where that energy is going to kind of come up to the forefront, and it's going to try to make you deal with it. So it's going to try to trigger you. So Mercury retrograde can be a little tricky because it is not necessarily that it's triggering you for a bad thing, but it is triggering you for you to reflect. So you got to be mindful of where is this Mercury in your chart. I keep telling y'all, look, pull them charts out. See where Mercury is in your chart. What stones are on my sometimes I don't be seeing the messages, y'all. So y'all gotta like make sure, put it in the question mark box beside the comment. If you have a question, please put it in the question mark box beside the comment section, because then I can actually catch it and I won't miss it. I got rose quartz on me. I've been feeling, like I said, I've been feeling a little pop offish. I was feeling a little pop offish, so I had to embrace myself. I had to surround myself in some rose quartz because I was like, oh, I walk in love and light. I do. I know I'm loving light. I am. I'm not pop offish. I'm not. I had to convince myself. This is my reminder. That's why I would say you got to have things to remind you of who you are. I was like, nope, I'm loving light. My throat chakra is being challenged today. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to let you use me like this, Mercury. You can feel it. I'm telling you. I need to see your face anyway. Man, listen. This is not the week. I've been telling people like, y'all probably don't want to mess with me. I'm going to be so happy to go see Swami at the retreat on Thursday. I need to be in energy. I need to be in the energy and an environment that is going to be conducive to my Zen. Reese, I need to see you. I'm gonna send y'all the flyer for the event on Thursday too, because it's not that far from this area. So I think it would be really good for you and Mikael to attend if you are able. Great connection for y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to go back through. Make sure I ain't miss no other questions. My stomach been making all these noises like I'm hungry, but I'm not. Peace. Okay, so what was I saying? It's going to make sure, it's going to pull up this energy. This energy, we already in the pre-shadow. The pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde started on the 20th. It started on the 20th. And this is when Mercury, let's go over just the basics of what Mercury retrograde does. It breaks down communication. That means technology. Your phones might start acting up. My phone been acting up. So, and it's just intensified. So your phone's going to start acting up. You're going to start glitching. Okay. Computers might start doing some old craziness. Anything dealing with technology and how we communicate with each other. All right. Also, like I said, the energy makes it a little combative because it's like in the energy of Mars, and I can't remember what the other planet is, but it's conjuncted. So it's making us have a very combative energy during this time, where it normally challenges communication, the house of communication, but it's going to do a little more because it's got Mars. And Mars is what? Mars is about action. Mars is about war. Okay. Yes, scrambled thinking. It's going to just kind of create certain little interesting dynamic. So let me pull up my notes so I can make sure I stay on track, because I wanted to go through and make sure I get how this affects our signs. You've been choking up on your words and not knowing what to say. Man, listen. And right now, I feel like this is a time to stay centered. So the one thing, before I even get in all of this dynamic, the one thing I've been wanting to really express, this is the best time for you to meditate. I know y'all get tired of us old folks saying, meditate. But for real, you need to meditate. This is going to be the best time for you to sit your behind down in some dark and just meditate and center yourself. Center your energy. Don't do nothing major. Nothing major. Okay? It's going to be a little interesting. All right. So, trying to see what I've already kind of talked about before I get into all of this. Oh, travel. We didn't mention travel. If you already have travel plans during this Mercury retrograde, make sure that you double check. Make sure that you plan ahead. Go ahead and leave a little bit earlier. Some of us like to arrive at the airport like right, like me. I normally arrive probably almost right before it's time to board. But don't do that. The same time to do it, you're gonna miss your flight. Okay, you're gonna miss your flight. This is the time that you need to make sure that you are taking time ahead. This ain't just for like airport travel, this is regular travel too. You want to make sure that you take time. Plan ahead. Double check your tickets, double check your dates, double check any information that is connected to you traveling. Okay? That way, absolutely, Sean. That way you cannot miss your flight. You won't be mad because all of a sudden it seemed like on a Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, why is there all this traffic? Everybody's supposed to be at work and they just seem to be off that day. All right. There's a lot that's going to go on with the traveling dynamic. So I really want y'all to make sure that y'all, if you're going on a road trip, make sure you get your car double checked. Make sure that you just do the things. This is a time I always tell people to check things. Y'all know my number is 3. So check it in threes. Everything that's happening during this Mercury retrograde, specifically when it pertains to travel, when it pertains to business deals will be a little stagnant right now. Something that you feel like it was supposed to come in, if it ain't came in before this Mercury retrograde really hit, it's not to say that it's not going to happen, but it is to say that it's going to move very slowly. It's going to feel like all of a sudden the energy was moving very fast and everything was popping off, and then all of a sudden it just kind of did like a halt and it slowed down and it made it seem like a very slow movement. Okay? So pay attention to that if you have some business stuff in the works. All right. Let me see. Is there anything else that was in this part that I was... Oh, 157 kind of touched on this. So, paying attention to your thoughts, okay? During this Mercury retrograde, it's a little more interesting because we got about 4 planets in retrograde. We got Neptune in retrograde, Jupiter in retrograde, all right? Saturn is in retrograde. Pluto is in retrograde. Mercury retrograde right now, specifically because this Pluto is in retrograde, it's getting ready to create where people from your past, and y'all know I've been telling y'all, if anybody who been following me about these readings that I be doing every week, what have I been saying? You are going to be triggered by things from your past. Make sure you are healing from your past. Make sure that you are releasing things that are connected to your what? Your past. Why? Because this Mercury retrograde, now that it goes officially into retrograde next week, what is it going to do? This is when somebody or some situation is going to pop up from the past and you're going to be like, what the hell? I thought that door was closed. Or what the hell? Damn, I thought I dealt with it. No, baby, you didn't. Thank you, beloved. No, you didn't deal with it. So what you getting ready to do? You're going to have to deal with it during these retrogrades. Why? Because retrogrades make you do what? It makes you go inward. That's all it's doing. These retrogrades are saying, hey, it's time to go inward. It's time to pay attention to what you're not dealing with. It's time to deal with that childhood trauma y'all holding on to. It's time to deal with all them things that you keep sweeping under the rug. You keep saying, oh, I'm not going to deal with it today. I'm going to deal with it tomorrow. And then when it pop its ass out on you, you're going to be like, oh, okay. Oh, we dealing with this today. We dealing with this today? Oh, we dealing with this today. Oh, okay. I'm telling you. So you need to make sure you take this time before we even hit the retrograde. Look, before y'all even hit this retrograde, I need for y'all to go ahead and take time, get you a little notebook, get you a little journal, start really dealing and processing in this energy. Because what I don't want to happen is somebody is going to trigger you on the wrong day. And when they trigger you on that wrong day, you're not going to catch it. And that throat chakra going to go into overdrive. And you're going to feel like you need to bless them with some words or your hands, depending on what type of person you are. Okay? Depending on what type of person you are. You need to make sure that you are like, okay, let me go ahead and start dealing with this. And let me process this. And let me deal with the emotions that come with this. Peace, beloveds. Peace, everyone that's coming in. All right? The retrograde is basically when a planet starts moving backwards. So what retrograde means is a planet starts moving backwards. And because it starts moving backwards, it's pretty much either putting you in standstill or it's going to make you start dealing with things, what did I just say, from your past. Start dealing with things. It'll stall your motion sometimes. The only planet that we like being in retrograde, for real, well, we love all of them. Let's be clear. We love all the planets being in retrograde right now. We love them because it teaches us how to grow. It shows us the truth about ourselves and it helps us grow. All right. But this Mercury retrograde, when it starts moving backwards, then it just throws a little more kinks. It seems to be a little bit more of a trickster than the rest of them. All right. So these are the signs. And y'all don't beat me up for this. These are the signs that when I pay attention to what's going on, these are the signs that are going to be the most affected by this retrograde. These are the signs that I feel will be most affected, including my babies, my Leos, okay? We are all going to feel this retrograde a little more than the rest of the signs, unfortunately. But it's okay. We know how to be resilient. So my first sign that I want to talk about is Gemini. So if you are a Gemini, my twins out here, this is a time where you, more than any other sign, is going to have to watch your mouth. I need y'all to process, like, I need you to double, triple, quadruple process your thoughts before you let them come out your mouth. Okay? You're a Gemini? Just be quiet. Matter of fact, I really want y'all to walk around constantly with like some water or some tea. Maybe you need to have some tea. Yeah, water or tea. So you don't get caught in the trap of what Mercury is about to do in your life, okay? It's going to try you a little more. You are the most affected because it's about communication. And what do my babies love to do that are Geminis? Y'all like to communicate. Y'all have a very, very, yes, I always tell y'all, like if I say a certain sign, this is more geared to my sun signs, and I would say my sun signs are my rising signs, okay? My moons, it's just because you process and are able to understand Gemini, so it's not going to affect you as much, okay? You'll feel a little bit of it, but you're not going to feel it like them rising signs and them sun signs. Because your rising signs, this is what you really act. You act like a Gemini. And my sun signs, y'all really are Gemini. So this is going to affect y'all a little more, okay? The time frame for Gemini signs are May 21st through the 20th, June 20th. If you're asking me the time frame for Mercury retrograde, I have to look back, but I think I said that the ending of it is like the week after my birthday. So I want to say like the 13th or the 14th, all right, of August. I said that like you're supposed to know when my birthday is. Man, listen, you just need to be walking around with your look, with your water. So every time your throat chakra being tested, you just need to take a sip of water. Be like, Be like, They're gonna be like, you might need to do what I'm about to do. I told y'all I'm about to take this 2-week silent fast. I ain't about to be talking to people. I ain't about to be communicating with nobody. I'm just gonna shut it down. I'm just gonna shut it down. Willfully, I'll be able to go and just sit at the retreat and just meditate and just focus and go inward. That's what I want to do. But for my Geminis, y'all are going to meet. This is the other thing I don't want y'all to get caught up in. The energy that's happening with my Gemini babies right now during this Mercury retrograde, it's going to try to pull you into conversations about other people. So in your mind, this might feel like it's a group conversation, but they really just trying to set you up for failure. So don't get pulled in. Don't get pulled in. Don't gossip right now. This ain't the time for you to gossip. This ain't the time for you to have idle conversations. I'm going to get to you, beloved. I'm not on your sign yet. Okay? This is Geminis. Y'all, this ain't the time for you to have idle conversations. All right? Not the time. So the biggest thing that I want my Geminis to do is think before you speak. Process information. Process the information before you release it out your mouth. Okay? My Cancers are my next babies. All right? The Cancer, y'all are, and then you notice this is right here because this retrograde is right here in our signs. All right? But this Cancer is because y'all emotional. Y'all are emotional. Y'all are being affected by the moon. So because y'all are a little emotional and Mercury going to be dipping in and out your sign during this Mercury retrograde, you're going to feel a little more on the road like a roller coaster. You're going to be like, God darn it. Why am I feeling low-key bipolar? Okay? So my Cancer babies, y'all going to feel like it's just too much. I was just feeling good like 5 minutes ago. And now I feel like I want to punch somebody in their face. Y'all ain't really that violent, but y'all are a little emotional. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. I'm telling y'all, for all the signs, I feel like when I looked at everything, the biggest thing that I could see was breathe, connect to your breath, get very centered. Get very centered. All right? I need for you to be centered. You didn't, beloved. I just started. So the first sign that I said was Gemini. The second sign that I'm saying is Cancer. Center yourself. Oh, yes, boo. Goddess Crystal, you better be. You stay. Matter of fact, don't even go nowhere. You just stay in meditation. Anytime somebody asks you something, say, let me meditate on it. That's what I need you to do. And it's not even that it's going to make y'all a little pop off. You're just going to be a lot more sensitive. Okay? What I will say, though, for my Cancer babies, your psychic abilities probably will heighten. Your psychic abilities will probably feel a little more intense. All right? Yeah, Mika. And now when I say these, like I said, pay attention to your rising and your sun. Yes, you better stay in meditation, I'm telling you. When I get to that sign, beloved, you will know. All right, so this is my third most affected sign. It's us. It's Leo. And it makes sense because I've been talking about being super tired in particular. I've been talking about being super tired. Besides the fact I got 100 things going on. But we so used to being in our moment of shine. And the fact that this is coming during our birthday, it sucks. It sucks for us. But what I will say is this is a time that we need to make sure that we double, triple, quadruple check anything that we're doing. If we're planning any type of trips, if we're planning any type of dynamics, check it. Okay? You're going to have to be overly obsessive and pay attention to the details on anything that you're doing. This is for my Leo babies. No, I haven't did Pisces yet. I've only did Gemini, Cancer, and now I just did Leos. This is when you want to double, triple, quadruple check all that you are doing right now, okay? And then rest. It is going to make us feel super exhausted. This is why I came on here, because I've been telling you, like, I've been super tired. And I was like, I know some other little spiritual stuff has been going on. So I'm like, why am I tired like this? So I started researching, and lo and behold, Mercury is one of the bigger culprits in my dynamic that was making me super exhausted. It's going to make us feel forgetful. Our mind is not going to be as sharp. And Leos are perfectionists. So you're not going to be as sharp as you usually are. You're not going to be on your square like you usually are. So you got to make sure that you are paying attention to those dynamics. You planning something, you doing something, pay attention. Okay? Pay attention. Make sure that you are, like, just really paying attention to them details. But the other thing I need y'all to do is make sure that you're taking some rest. My Virgos is my next sign. So these are my top 4. All of these are signs that I just mentioned. Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and my Virgos. My Virgos, baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My Virgos. Y'all know that y'all have a certain dynamic and y'all love to pay attention to details. Y'all are very particular about words and how someone might say something. Don't do it this time. Don't pay attention to nobody's nothing. Okay? My Virgo babies, this is a time you as well need to triple, quadruple check your information and what it is that you're doing, the details that you are concerned about. All right? But the other thing that you want to, check into for my Virgos is, don't take stuff that people say so sensitive. Don't jump to conclusion and feel like somebody's saying something that they really not saying. Like, don't get into a mood where you are like overly thinking what someone has said to you. Sit back, process. Even if it do seem like, did you just say that out your mouth? Don't even respond. Don't engage. Just take your time and step back and say, let me just chill. Let me allow this to process through. Okay? Through the whole Mercury retrograde. The whole retrograde. So these are the 4 signs that we gonna feel the wrath of this Mercury retrograde the most. Okay? Because it directly affects our personality. All right? It directly affects certain things that we have in our personality. Let me see. Now, these are the signs that, because everybody gonna be affected by the Mercury retrograde, so I wrote some notes for the other signs. My Aries babies. Retrogrades are infamous for their ability to drag out these old flames from out of the middle of nowhere. And this is a time that y'all end up being the ones that want to pop up out the middle of nowhere. So for some of us that might have had that Aries old ex, all right, y'all the ones that want to pop up out the box. Y'all the ones that y'all want to pop up. All right. Y'all the ones that now you think about that old lover. You think about that ex that you used to have, this thing that you did this thing with. Okay. And some of them might be better the second time around. This might give you a second chance for love or romance or whatever it is that y'all trying to do. But you got to be very clear that Everything is not meant to last. Sometimes flings are just what they are. They are flings. So y'all might have a surgence of feeling like, I want to experience him or her again. And this might not be a time frame that you need to go back. Or you might get back with that person or be around that person and be like, what the hell was I thinking? Why was I even entertaining this craziness? Like, why? Why? What was I thinking about? Okay. Your other sign is Libra. My Libra babies. I'm just trying to skim through before I read it out. Allow yourself to slow down, be flexible, and enjoy the company of some special people from your past. So, like I said, it's going to be a resurgence of past relationships. So, some new friends or old friends that want to be new friends might come back up. Old situations and old dynamics, social events, family reunions, school reunions, things that are connected to like past life situations, things that when you were younger or just were in a certain area, those things will start to resurface. And so for my Libra babies, it'll make you where you want to do some social things. You are being a social butterfly at this moment in time. And it's good because now it's reminding you to not worry about time, not worry about certain dynamics, not feeling like you got to have control because, you know, my Libras, they like to be in control of some things. We can be a little, I'm a Libra rising, so we can be a little controlling. I ain't gonna let y'all throw us under the bus like that, but we can be a little controlling. All right. So that controlling energy is wanting, it's creating a situation where we're not being present. And I think with this Mercury retrograde, we're going to be constantly reminded of how are we being present? How are we enjoying what is happening in our lives at this moment in time? All right. My other sign is my Sagittarius. My Sagittarius, I said, do not overcommit. This is a time frame for my Sagittarius babies. This is a time for my Sagittarius babies. It's crazy because I've been talking about this with some of my Sag. Y'all are going to be inclined to question your philosophies. This is a time frame where my Sagittarius babies, y'all are going to want to like sit back and just like rethink life. Am I on the right path? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Okay. Am I following the correct studies? Am I eating the right way? Am I connected to the lifestyle that I said that I've been walking through? Am I connected to it? And if you are, then you'll realize what you need to do to fine tune. So this is going to be some self-reflection time for my Libra. I mean, not my Libra, my Sagittarius. So my Sagittarius babies, y'all going to be in self-reflection. But what this Mercury retrograde is going to do, it's going to make you try to be distracted. You're supposed to take advantage of this. How am I connected to what I'm supposed to be doing as far as this self-reflection? But you're going to have some stuff that pop up where you're going to be feeling like, oh, I need to go take care of this. Or I need to go take care of that. Or somebody, it's going to be a lot of people that's going to ask you to do stuff that's not connected to what you're supposed to be doing and what you're supposed to be focused on. I need y'all to stay focused. Don't overcommit. Allow space in your schedule for you to have that downtime, for you to meditate, and for you to explore what you are feeling about the self-reflection. You said all the signs apply to you, boo. It's possible. It's possible. All right. Capricorns. My Capricorns, Lord. Y'all another one. Okay. I'm going to read my whole thing for this. It says, it's not always easy for you to let go of control. But with this Mercury retrograde taking the reins, you'll find that relenting and just flowing and allowing yourself to be flexible will actually feel better. Known for setting boundaries with others, you may loosen up the limits and the structures you impose on relationships. Let go of the need to be in charge and watch everything blossom. Quit trying to control what you cannot control right now. Don't do it, my Capricorn babies. My Caps, don't do it. Okay? Yes, beloved, I already did Cancers. They were one of the first signs that I did. So just allow it to flow, beloved. Allow it to do what it's going to do. Allow it to blossom and flourish. Oh, Tracy, girl, when I tell you Capricorns be making my whole entire eye hurt. My father is a Capricorn. He made my eye hurt like my whole life. Until I was like 25. And then I realized that was the way. They just got an interesting way to communicate. They do. They can be special. But then if you meet Swami, which is the owner of the retreat that I have all my stuff at, he's a totally different type of Capricorn. Totally different. All right. Who did I not go over? I think that was everybody. I don't think I did Pisces. Did I do Pisces? I don't know if I did Pisces, but these are the crystals that I want y'all to pay attention to. The crystals that I feel like that you should have on your altar, and I actually brought some out. Your amethyst. Definitely do your amethyst. Yeah, Pisces, y'all ain't gonna be affected like everybody else. My Pisces, my Taurus babies, I just did the signs that I know that we all gonna be feeling a little jacked up. We gonna feel jacked up. Let me make sure I ain't skipped nobody that I wrote down. That's why I like to have stuff on paper. And that, yeah, I ain't skipped nothing. I only was approaching like anybody that, but if you are a regular of mine and you want to see the effects of it on your particular sign, the one thing I can say is look into your house that Mercury is sitting in. Where is Mercury sitting in, and what house is over that particular sign? Okay, you want to pay attention to where is Mercury sitting and what house is over that particular sign, and then I could give you a little bit more information. What's your sun sign? Okay. The crystals that you need to have is smoky quartz. All right, smoky quartz. Your amethyst. Yes, my Taurus, my Scorpio, my Pisces, y'all all suck. Let me be clear. Y'all are actually going to breeze through this. The only effect that y'all going to feel is the regular retrograde effects. Okay? You're going to still, wait a minute. Do not feel like you are free from any effect of this. Oh, you still getting it. Look, you still getting it. You still getting the effects. You still getting some of the love that it wants to share with y'all. But y'all are not going to get it the way that the signs that I talked about. Those 6 signs, I think I did 9 signs that I went over. Those 9 signs that I went over, those are going to be the ones that they're going to feel it the most. Y'all are going to be all the ones that I mentioned. Y'all are going to be the ones that it's going to definitely bring up. The last 4, whatever, however many I did, we're going to bring up the energy that's more connected to your past. The first 4 that I did, which was, what did I do? Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Virgos. Our signs are going to be more affected because it's in our actual signs. It's in our houses. All right. Smoky quartz, amethyst. Let me see what else. Those two are going to be really key for y'all to navigate through this. See, my phone already doing some damn. I always say this wrong. Amazonite. So that, the amethyst, and your smoky quartz. I'm not getting up to get the other crystals. Okay, those are the three that I suggest you have. Any type of protection crystals. Okay. Any type of protection crystals. All these crystals, y'all need to reach out to the Aunt Goddess. The Aunt Goddess sell all of these. I know I got this one in particular from her. My amethyst spear. Boo, be more. I just saw what you wrote. All right. Y'all are going to now that's what I was gonna say. Scorpios, y'all gotta pay attention. The Mercury retrograde ain't the one you need to be worried about. It's that Pluto retrograde y'all need to be worried about. That Pluto retrograde gonna be real special in your life. Pluto retrograde is gonna be real special in your life. All right. Whatever, be more. You love me. You love me. You love me. But I told y'all, like, before we even went over, like, the information as far as dealing with this Mercury retrograde, the one thing that I really want y'all to pay attention, I've been pulling these in our cards. Pay attention to these triggers, specifically triggers from our past. Make sure that you are not, yes, do hematite. Make sure that y'all are trusting the process. Okay, trust the process. Operate from your higher consciousness. Know that you're being protected by the spirit guides and the ancestors. They are definitely walking with you through all of these retrogrades. All these retrogrades are happening for a reason. I've been saying this for almost 2 years. I do feel like the universe is trying to prepare us from something. What that is, I don't know. Y'all know I don't do the doom and gloom shit, so I don't feel like it's a doom and gloom situation, but I do feel like it's evolving us and it is preparing us to be ready for whatever the shift is going to be. All right. There's been some shifting happening anyway, especially universally. So pay attention. All right. It says, not sure if the question came through, but what about fasting? Fasting is an amazing thing to do. Jasmine wants a reading. I don't know if she's still in here, but if she is, let me know. Let me know. It's paused. See? Retrograde. I don't know. Peace. Oh no. Are we back or no? Is it paused?